Hi, it's Thursday and it's me live in my kitchen. And before I start fixing this wonderful little dish I'm going to make for you, I just wanted to thank you all so much for all your support with my book. We've been so busy mailing books out, and all the kind of response that people have been having. Everybody was excited to get the book, and now we're getting all the response about how they love the book, and they're so excited they're carrying it around, and the pictures are beautiful, and I just can't believe that people are spending the time to respond to the book. It's very, very exciting. And the funny thing that's happened is people started sending us pictures from all around the country. We're shipping to Australia and Ireland and Canada and everywhere. People are like sending us pictures from all around the country. And now someone's going to send us in front of a pub in Ireland. So we're going to put all those together in a collage. So if you did buy the book, no matter where you're from, in the States or out of the States, take a picture with the book and send it to us, because we'd love to include you in our Live Raw family. So that would be fantastic. So I'm making a dish today that it's not in the book. But remember last week I made my great cookies? Oh my God, we had to stop eating them. So I thought I'd use the pulp for something else besides the cookies. And one of the things when you start eating raw food is that you get cravings for breads and crackers and things that you miss from eating your regular diet, your old-fashioned diet. And I ate a lot more cookies and crackers and breads when I first started, and now I think my diet's a little more cleaned up, but I still love those things. I love having crackers on hand, and I have some great flaxseed crackers in my book. But then I thought that pulp was so fantastic, that wet pulp, that I would make some crackers, which is what I did, and they turned out fantastic. I'm going to show them to you soon. And they can be used with a guacamole dip, or you can make a sour cream sour cream dip, which I'm going to show you a picture of. And there's a nut cheese in my book. You can get that. And I'll put this recipe on my website, youngonrawfood.com. So anyway, I made the crackers, and I'm always come up with new breads, but it's really great to have around. And you can use it with all kinds of stuff. Any kind of spreads, pâtés, or anything. So here's the pulp. There's about 2 cups in here of pulp, and I used 1 cup of nuts like I normally make for my milk, but I used another handful of nuts, so it gave me a little bit more pulp to use. And I left a little of the, you see it looks like dough already? I left a little more of the milk in there this time instead of just draining it completely, so it's a little more moist. I thought it would be good to do that. So what I'm going to add to this is onion crackers. So here's an onion. This is 1/3 of a cup. It's a sweet onion. 1/3 of a cup of an onion. Is this a third? Or is this a half? This is a half a cup. Let's go for it. Half a cup. That sounds good to me. And let's put a little olive oil in here. Probably about 2 tablespoons. This may be enough. And let's put a couple cloves of fresh garlic. I crushed them. Let's put that in here. Let me scoop that out. Get all that garlic in there. I like garlic. Some people don't eat garlic, but it agrees with me. I use some fresh basil, but you can also use dried. I'm going to actually put some other dried herbs, but I have some nice fresh basil in the house, so I put that in. You can use thyme. You can make it any flavor you want. And then here are some dried herbs. In my book, you're going to find when you get the book, those of you who get it, I have a section where I show you how to mix together Italian herbs and Asian flavored herbs and things if you're going to want a fishy taste. So you can make your own herbs and keep it on hand. And these are some of those herbs. They're Italian, the thyme and rosemary from the garden, and a bunch of stuff in here. But you can, when you buy fresh herbs, you know how sometimes they get wasted? Because you don't use them all at once. It's really good to dry them and then keep them for these mixtures. And the last thing, a couple more things. I'm going to put a little bit, maybe a teaspoon of tamari, which is gluten-free. You can use namasoyu, you can use Bragg's, whichever you like. This is gluten-free tamari. And I'm going to use a pinch of salt. When the mixture's finished, you can taste it to see. It's always good to make it a little saltier when you have, and this is that great pink Himalayan salt. It's fine to make it a little saltier. And I'm going to put in, I think I'll mash it a little bit together first, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water, but I'm going to turn this up so you can kind of see. I'm just going to blend everything in. And it's like a dough. The other chips I make and crackers I make usually have a more pourable texture, not like a dough texture. And that's why this really smells good. You can smell all those herbs coming up here. So I'm going to put a little water in. That was probably about a quarter of a cup. I might use a little more. I'm going to see how it works. I want to make sure it sticks together. Oh, I forgot one other thing that I didn't bring in here, which I have to do. So I'm going to have to go away from this bowl for a second because I forgot one important ingredient. Can you hang on for me for a minute? Let me get this out. Let's see. Is this my flaxseed? No, let me find it here. I'm looking for my, oh, here it is, my light flaxseed. Okay. Now you can grind this and make it into a powder if you want this really thin, but since I forgot it today, I'm going to put it in like this. I'm going to use it without grinding it. I'm going to just use about, let's see, let me use about a quarter of a cup. I'm going to put the whole flaxseeds in, but my other ones I did grind. I'm just going to save a little time, but it's fine all in a whole too. That's good. Flax seeds are gelatinous, and when they get wet, they help things bind together. So now we'll have a little flaxseed in here. This will be interesting to see what I do with the whole flaxseed in here. By the way, see how that cooking goes? You just have to, when you're cooking, you just have to be cool. You make a mistake, you just fix it up right away. So I use a little spice smell, by the way, and I think I posted it in my shop. All the stuff you can find on my shop that I use on my Facebook page, on my website. And so I use a little spice smell. It grinds that up really fine like a powder, but I think this will be good. Okay, now here's the last part of this. You see how this is? This is sticking together. It's very damp. And these are, you can make them damp, you can make them not so damp. They're all going to turn out the same. It's fine. And I'm going to roll a little ball like this. That's probably too big. Let's see. Let me get you a good size. This is about the size I like. See that right there? And then you're going to flatten it down. And you want to get it pretty flat. You can use the palm of your hand. It depends if you like big crackers. You know, a lot of the crackers that are sold on the market today, the raw food crackers, when you can find them in a store, they're always tiny and they don't hold anything. And I like a good sized cracker. So you can make it like a, I like to say they're like a potato chip size when you flatten them down. So you'll see, you'll just test it and see how this goes. You can add, like I say, any spice you want. So this is how it looks. You're going to dehydrate these for 8 to 10 hours on this, about 8 hours on the Teflex sheet. Go to check it. If it's a little before and you can remove them and flip them over, do that. And all of you have that have a dehydrator know that you can put one sheet on top of the other. Like I would put another sheet on top of this and then flip it over and then pull off the non-stick sheet and go right onto the mesh screen. If you don't have a dehydrator, I have an Excalibur, but if you don't have one, you can pick one up. If you can't afford the Excalibur, which I think is amazing, it's a big square 9 sheet, you can get a 5 one. But you can maybe look at a garage sale or online somewhere and maybe even find any kind of dehydrator just so you have one. But I would recommend, if you can, invest in Excalibur. It's a good one to have. All right, so you're going to continue like this, making them this size. You're going to dehydrate them, then you're going to turn them over, and you're going to keep dehydrating them maybe another 6-7 hours until they're crispy. I won't go through making them all. Let me rinse my hands off because I want to show you something. You want to make sure they're crispy and they kind of snap. So here's the finished product, in case you saw the picture of it that I posted earlier. This is the finished product. And these are a little crispy. Did you hear that? These are crispy little crackers, and this is what it looks like. And they're lovely. And this, I was in the mood, I made this sauce because it's made out of cashews that are soaked. This is from my cheese recipe in the book. However, I turned it into a dip. Remember that old sour cream dip that you used to eat as a kid? And it had this in it? The onion dip, the Lipton's onion dip. Some of you still eat it if you're eating dairy. And remember how good that was? You go to a party and people have potato chips with this onion dip on it. So I just wanted to tell you what's in this. I bet you've never read the side of the box. We used to eat this. I used to eat it. Okay, ingredients: onion, salt, cornstarch, onion powder, sugar, corn syrup, hydrolyzed soybean protein, however you say that, caramel color, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, monosodium glutamate, yeast extract, natural flavors. What natural flavors? Are they kidding? And disodium noncenate and disodium glutamate, and it's dehydrated. That is all that's in this. Those onions are dehydrated, so you can dehydrate onions yourself, and you can put them into a nut base, and you can add any kind of seasoning you like, make it a little spicy, make it whatever you want, and you can have a nice little dip like this, and eat those with the crackers, which are so delicious. And so if you have those in your kitchen, get rid of it. I had to get this just to show you what was in it. And make sure you tell everybody to read the ingredients. Not what they say on the package, but read the actual ingredients. That's what counts. They can say it's natural, they can say anything, but if you don't read the ingredients, you'll never know. So I'm going to sign off and enjoy a little of this, and I might even actually make a little guacamole later to have with my crackers. So this makes about 50 crackers, and you'll find that recipe on my website. And thank you so much for all your support with Live Raw, and I love you so much, and I hope I'll be coming into a city near you to meet you all and do a little demo. So thank you. I love you. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that is really good. See you later.